Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. This is part 5 of our SQL tutorial where we will be discuss about SQL-like operators. So guys, SQL-like operator is very useful. So here the like operator is used to perform pattern matching on text data in SQL, and it's allow you to search for a specific pattern with a string column. All right. And you can utilize this particular operator with the help of where clause or having clause to find out where a column values match a defined pattern. So again, it is a very powerful when you don't know the exact value, but you have an idea of its structure or content. So let's take an example. So if you are working with a database of customer name and you only remember part of name or need to find out the name that start or ends with some certain characters. So the like operator allow you to retrieve those records very efficiently. So guys, I will give you a couple of examples to understand this SQL like operator in Microsoft Excel. Then we will be jump on SQL. All right. So guys, this is my sample Superstore dataset, and I hope you guys are aware about this dataset. And in Microsoft Excel also, you can apply the wildcard characters. So you can apply the filter and you can go to the text filter. And once you click on custom filter here, so you can see here, right? So here we have question mark that represent any single character. But in SQL, we have a underscore to represent a single character. Similarly, here we have a asterisk to represent any series of character. But in SQL, we have a percentage to represent any series of character. So for an example, if I want to find out a customer whose name starts with alphabet A, so simple A here, and I can type here the asterisk because asterisk in MS Excel represent a series of character. So you can see. Interesting. Similarly, now I want a customer name that ends alphabet A. So here you can see every name of customers ends with alphabet A. So for an example, let's say, so now you are going to filter a record. The first two character could be anything. So I'm going to write this, but the third character should be E. Okay. And it should be ends with alphabet A. So here you can see the first two character could be anything. For an example, here A and L, and here J and O, right? But every third character should be E. After the E, it could be anything, but my all the customer names ends with alphabet A, right? So guys, that's how we can apply the filter with the help of wildcard character in MS Excel. Now let's jump on SQL Server. So guys, as I just mentioned, like operators come from two wildcard characters. So first one is a percentage that matches 0 and more characters. Okay, in Excel we have a asterisk. And here the second wildcard character is underscore that matches exactly one character. But in Excel we have a question mark. All right, so here I have the data from Superstore as I just mentioned. And now the very first query is I want to find out the name of the customer, right? Whose name, okay, starts with the letter A. Just an example. So what I'm doing here, let's say I am going to write my select statement and here I am going to target my customer name. Okay. Or let me take a product name as well. Let's say simple product name from Superstore. And here I am going to apply that particular pattern. So where my customer name, right? Like, as I just mentioned, I will be start from A and the series of character which is represented by percentage sign. So when I'm going to run this, so here I am having only those customer name that name starts with alphabet A. Simple. So guys, now similarly, I want to find out the name of a customer whose name have third character as a D and the product they have purchased. So how can I find out? So simple, the query will be same here. And now the like operator. Every third character should be D. So, so here underscore represent a single character. So another character, again, I am going to supply the underscore, but here every third character should be D. And after the D, it could be anything. So when I'm going to run this, so guys, here every third character should be D of a customer. Interesting. Now the next query is I want to find out the name of a customer whose name starts with AN and have exactly two more character followed by E. Okay, and I want to see what kind of product they have purchased. So again here and now, the first two character, right? It should be A-N, right? And any two more character, and it should be followed by E or maybe a series. So here you will be see the customer name starts with A-N, but every fifth character should be E, and after the E, it could be anything. Very simple concept. And similarly, I want to find out the name of customer whose name starts with A and that ends with alphabet Y. So simple, like the name starts with alphabet A, and after A, it could be anything. I don't care, but the name should ends on alphabet Y. Now let me run this. So similarly here, you can find all the name that is starts with alphabet A and Y. Interesting. Now similarly for another query, I want to find out any name that name contain at least H. So this percentage sign represent zero occurrence and more occurrence. But I need H, and after that again, I can have zero occurrence and more occurrence of any specific character, right? So when I'm going to run this, here you will able to see, you can find here H, right? Huff and Hoffman and so on and so forth. Okay. So guys, this particular query is little bit tricky. So here I want to find out the name of customer whose middle and last name starts with alphabet H. So here again, I am going to copy this particular query. And now, as I just mentioned, middle name and the last name, it should be last name, it starts with alphabet H. So how we can apply this particular pattern? So guys, here, any series of character, right? Zero and more occurrence. But in case we have any specific character, then after that, I need space. Okay. After the space, I need H. Okay. Then again, any series character, then again, I need a space. And for the last name, again, H or any specific character. Now let me run this. So guys, here you can see, right? Every middle name and last name, okay, it starts with alphabet H, right? Very, very interesting. Okay. Although I don't have this kind of data set, I intentionally created for this kind of pattern. So you can also design the data based on your requirement and you can try this particular pattern. And now the similarly, I want to find out the name of customer whose name starts with alphabet A, B, and C. So guys, how we can apply the like operators when I want to filter with multiples name based on these specific character. So what I will do, let me take again this query. So guys, here you can supply the long bracket just like a regex operation I am going to perform here. And here I am writing in the long bracket A and C. It means any series between this A, B, C. So any customer name that starts with alphabet A, B, and C, and after that, a followed series of character. It could be anything. So using this particular pattern, I can filter the name that starts with alphabet A, B, and C. So you can see here. Let me sort this order by customer name, okay, in ascending order. So we can have a look. So first of all, A, then you will able to see the customer name that starts with alphabet B. Let me take a distant based on customer name only. So guys, A here, right? Then it is B, and the last name should be starts with alphabet C. That's how you can supply any specific character if you want. And guys, similarly, what if in case, let's say you don't want to provide any specific series? My question is, let's say if you have some specific character and those customer name you want to filter. Just an example, I am saying I want P, and I want Q. So guys, what is the meaning of this particular pattern? So here I want to find out the customer name that can start alphabet I, P, and Q. Let me run this. So here you can see the name starts with alphabet I, then P and Q. Simple. Interesting. Now guys, the next query is I want to find out the name of customer. That name starts with alphabet D, E, but the next character is not N. Okay. And I want to sort my result based on the customer name. So are you understanding what is the meaning of this query? So let me copy again. The query is very simple, but little bit tricky. Here I need a customer name that starts with D and E. Okay, DE, right? Not D and E, DE. The next character is not should be N. So I am saying, so guys, this particular symbol I am going to apply. This is exponential and here N. So this will exclude this particular N character. Okay. And after that, a followed series of character. So when I'm going to run this, here you will able to see. So I have DE, then I have A, but every third character, you will not find this N. Interesting. So that's how you can exclude any specific pattern in case you want to utilize this like operator. Easy. And guys, similarly, I have another query which is also very, very interesting. I want to find out the name of the customer. Okay, that include the middle name starts with a specific letter. The middle name can be starts with alphabet D, alphabet E, and alphabet F. So how we can apply this kind of pattern? So guys, this is little bit advanced concept, right? Where I'm utilizing this like operator. So here, any series of character, because it will cover your first name, and I need a space. Last name can be starts with alphabet D, alphabet E, and alphabet F. If you are going to target any specific character, as I just mentioned here for IPQ, so the same pattern you can supply here. So my last name or maybe middle name that starts with alphabet D and E and F, that I'm saying followed series of character. Now when I'm going to run this, so here you can see, so this is D and this is F, and I believe I have some name that ends with, or the last name starts with alphabet E. So you can see here. Interesting. So this particular pattern you need to keep in mind. So this percentage sign represent for first name, and after the first name I need a space, so I provide a space, and in the long bracket I have supplied DEF. Very interesting. So guys, now this is the last query. I want to find out the distinct name of customer whose first name starts with ABC and whose last name starts with DEF, and I want to sort my result based on the customer name. So again, I am going to utilize this query because we need to change this particular pattern only. So here, as I just mentioned, I want to find out the very first name can start either A, B, C. So simple A to C here. And now I am saying percentage, simple, because this is covering your first name. And your last name, it should be start with a specific character, which is D, E, and F. Percentage and here. And as I just mentioned, in case you are going to target some specific character, so you can supply, but right now I am going to supply in sequence. But in case you have any specific character like this, so you can utilize accordingly. Now let me run this. So here, my first name is starting with A and the last name starts with D, similarly A and F. So this is starting from B and the last name starts with alphabet D. So guys, in summary, the like operator is a very essential tool for anyone, right, who's working with text data in MS SQL or maybe in other SQL Server application. And it's providing the flexibility to extract meaningful insight and handle the real world scenario effectively. So guys, please practice of this session. And in case if you are finding any difficulty to understand any specific pattern, so please let me know. And I would request for every one of you, you can utilize the same data and you can utilize any other data set as well. Play with these pattern and you can change the pattern as well based on your requirement. All right. And for now, thanks for watching and have a great day.